You are a B2B service-based business owner and you are looking to gain more clients, create more impact and more revenue in your business. Tune in to Amplify Your Marketing Message with Campbell Rapin. Every week, we're going to take you through how to build an audience of buyers, mastering your marketing message, and making offers that convert consistently. We'll see you all on the inside. Whoop, whoop! Today is a hugely exciting milestone in the Amplify Your Marketing Message podcast. We are at episode 100. 100 episodes of content to help you find your audience of buyers, know how to predictably move somebody from curious to paid client with lots of different tactics and strategies to do so, and how to add more value to the marketplace. It's been an incredible journey. And today I want to gift you behind the scenes. When I started this journey about 15 months ago, did I think I would hit 100 episodes? Yes. Was it a target? No. And here's why. Because I was clear about the destination I was going for. I had a clear strategy, and I'm going to walk you through it to help you get clear, because clarity is the ultimate accelerator. So in today's episode, the 100th of this show, I want to give you the 4 actions I took to get creative, to get repeatable success. Success for you, the audience, my clients, my peers, and the people who have been observing on the sidelines. Hello, I still see you there, to create success. Most of the people tuning into this are online business owners. They are service providers, they're creatives, and they are consultants. And they're thinking to themselves, I'm not quite a newbie, and I'm not a technical expert either. But I do really want to serve more of my people. How do I find them? What do I say to get them to move? And how can I feel like I'm making an impact? When impact is made, money always follows. Well, I will tell you, this is how I did it, because these lessons are not just as relevant to my journey in the podcast with this show, they're about how I approach everything. Because, shocker, I walk my talk. And I show you exactly what I'm doing so that you can apply it for your business. And I do the same thing for you as I do for my clients. I help you win. I help you expand capacity. And I help you say, love this. My business feels like oxygen. And if you're new to the show and that's not the way you're living your life, well, welcome. Let's have a conversation, because that is optional. And I'd like to see you shift out of the blahs and into the, heck yeah, let's do 100 more. I will tell you, when I started, this is not my first show that I created 100 episodes with, but it is the one where I feel I'm just getting started. And I will tell you, when I started this journey, what's been so remarkable as I look back is the person I recorded my first guest, who I did not know before I extended the invitation, come join me onto this show, reached out 3 weeks ago on LinkedIn and said, I still need your services. But more importantly, my clients need your services. And I'd like to explore what it's like to maybe strategically refer clients to you. I've also had incredible people on a regular basis reach out to me, clients, people in my network, and past clients and guests here on the show say, that episode was really awesome. Could you introduce me? And absolutely is my answer. I love connecting the dots, and I love seeing sequences build momentum. It's shocking to me, truthfully, that so many people give up on podcasting 3 to 12 episodes in. And when they do, it's so clear. They don't have a clear strategy. They don't know what the commitment they're making is, and they're not aware that this is not a smoking gun. What I mean by that is it's not the silver bullet for client growth. But I knew that really early on, because not only had I created 100 episodes with somebody else's platform as a guest host, I myself had been on more than 150 episodes of other people's platforms. In fact, so much knowledge around that I actually contributed a chapter on how to be a better guest and to create the ROI on that guesting strategy. But when I started to think about why a podcast, What was it going to serve for my business and for my clients and for the outcomes I was striving for, which is to create a client growth engine? I was clear that the podcast itself was not about clients. Yeah, you just back that up because you just like maybe caught that off the side of your head and went, I'm sorry, what? Yep. Listen up, friends. This was never about clients. The reason I chose to create a podcast was the same reason I run 2 summits a year. It is about understanding that we have to change the conversation, and podcasting gives the platform to do that. Conversation I want to change is that business is elegantly simple. I want to show you the foundations to create repeatable success. And they're not shiny and sexy, but the results sure as hell damn are. Because if you're not winning, what the heck, my friends? And winning to me is expansion. It's capacity. It's lifting. It's getting the fun back into the journey. And I'm all about that. So it was time to change the conversation. And so I was brainstorming and thought, what would I create instead? And I said, I want to create a place that would add value for my current clients, tacticians that we could add as accelerants to the work that I was already doing with my clients. I wanted to think about how I could add long-term value for my clients that as they were running, they might need some reinforcement around. I also thought to my network, how can I help great people who are walking their talk get more limelight? Because truthfully, all the sizzle that was out there was driving me crazy when it lacked substance. I still see it all the time. People who say, 3 years ago I was starving. In the last 4 months, I've created $1 million and now I know how to do it. So let me show you. Well, that's not attractive to me. In fact, I find it quite repulsive because what is different and available as an alternate is somebody who's been in the world of business, season in, season out. People like me, people I know in my peer network. If you're not familiar with my backstory, I've spent more than 25 years in the world of business. I helped create more than $1 billion of combined revenue. I have seen every economic cycle you can imagine. I've worked all over the world and I know how to integrate the pieces. And I'm really great on the fantastic upside. And I'm also the person you want in your corner when things are falling and the sky is dark, stormy, and you're not sure how to get through the storm. And I know with 100% certainty, I can get through both. I can guide you through both, and I will help you build the capabilities to do the same. So for me, it was about value, creating value. And I was committed to this being a long-term strategy. And I committed 2 hours a week, which is what it takes to produce this podcast, forever. That was the commitment I made going in. And so I'm not surprised I'm at 100, but whoop, super exciting to be here. I'm curious where I'm going to be in the next 100. And that's exactly the same attitude I take with my clients. Yes, I want to win with you the first win, but I want to see where we're going to win 100 wins from now. And whether you're directly still a client of mine or I have already gifted you your future back to you, I will celebrate you equally strong. So I promised you today to take you behind the scenes. What were the 4 steps and actions I took to create repeatable success to reach me this milestone, because they are representative of the things I do every single day to create the success, not just with this podcast, but with everything I touch in my business. The first thing I did was when I made the decision to create my own show is I did not try to do it myself. I paid a mentor to guide me who had been in this world for a long period of time. Somebody who came from the world of TV and media, who'd been on camera because I knew video would be really important. Somebody who had helped multiple people create successful podcasts that had seen a longevity behind them, who had a formula for not just the get a microphone and talk, but behind the scenes, what's the experience? Because for me, this was going to be about relationship building. My show was not, I said, about clients. It was about adding value to my network. So the relationship was at the heart of the success criteria. And so I paid for a mentor. And that's your first major clue. If you want to get someplace you've never been, you want to get there faster, do not try to reinvent the wheel. Do not try to use Google as your business MBA, and go to people who have been here for a long period of time. I will tell you what's important when you get into the room with the right mentor is that you should be equally contributing to the evolution of the product. To me, I have so much respect for the person I partnered with. She and I are still very good friends today. Her business that started at the six-figure level has grown to 7 and is on a fast track to 8 figures in a period of 15 months. It's been incredibly fast for her, and I was a thinking partner in the early iteration where I helped make it stronger. We were both in the room to be thinking partners together. I valued her opinion, I utilized her resources, and I tweaked them to make them better based on what I brought to the table, like the business background, like the legal side, like the extra foundations I brought. And I know that this was an incredible outcome because one, I saw her business skyrocket. And two, I listened to the feedback of my own guest experiences. And I have heard time and time again, wow, what an incredible guest experience you put on. I knew exactly what to do, where to go. I had resources, assets, and I had such a great experience in the conversations that they referred others to me, both as potential guests, as potential clients, and guess what? As potential resources for other people in my network, which means a win-win-win, which is exactly what you're looking for. So do not, do not, do not try to reinvent the wheel. Work with a seasoned expert who has been where you want to go, and both bring your intellect to the table to make it better for the betterment of you both and everyone else who comes behind you. That just makes you an awesome human being. Number two, which was so clear, is that building an audience was non-negotiable. And what's important about audience is there's two metrics you're measuring: the total pool of people that are watching, listening, and engaging, and those that are the buyer in the room. You've heard it before, but to recap, 3% of your room at any given time is the buyer. You got to be able to identify them, move them quickly, and invite them to take action. But the others, I see you, are lurking in the background. That's cool. You're welcome to lurk as long as you like. And at some point, it's time to move. And you will get invitations to move. So building the audience was key. And you heard a great episode in one of the episodes earlier back in this season of a first 100 was talking about you can't just launch a podcast, just like you can't just launch an offer and do nothing with it. Building a great, successful podcast, something that is top rated, well respected, people subscribe to, and they wait for the next episode and they take action from it, occurs when you are clear who you're serving, you have a marketing strategy in place, and you are consistent with the execution. Because here's the thing, in the world of guest podcasting, people come onto my platform expecting to leverage my audience. They do, because I do a great job at marketing it. And that is the piece of the puzzle I want you to be thinking about, because for you, the reason you might be thinking that you're running a podcast is you want access to somebody else's audience. I will tell you truthfully, not many guests do a great job promoting their episode. So be an exception, because when you're exceptional, you will stand out and see more momentum and ROI on your efforts. So to recap, I paid for an expert to help guide me on the process. Somebody who'd been around the block quite a few times so that they could really, really help me get there quickly, and had a lot of openness to feedback, questions, and enhancements to how we can make the program better. Number two, I really focused on the marketing strategy of getting the word out, building the assets, creating the experience, and being really clear, how was I using this platform to solve a specific problem the audience had? For me, the audience needs clients. What do I stand for? A client growth engine. So what can I bring here is conversation, strategies, tactics, tools, inspiration that help you find the buyer, move the buyer, and create value with the buyer so that you get what? The yes that you are so looking for every single day when you get out of bed as a business owner. Number three thing that I did to create repeatable success is I recognized right away that for me to create money money out of a podcast, it was going to need to be a conversation I brought off the listening, off the video platforms. I was very clear that I needed calls to action that would help people get off the platform, because when you are renting your content on somebody else's platform, whether that is a syndicate, whether it is Apple, whether it is YouTube or anything else, you are running a dangerous game. If you do monetize on those platforms, you know with 100% certainty that the rules will change somewhere along your journey. And so you have to be moving people off of the platform and into something you control. To me, email lists. That means you coming into my subscriber base, coming into my personal invitations, coming into spaces I curate the conversation, because that's the only way to have certainty. And if I do a great job of providing value, I can monetize that for the betterment of us both, which is the win-win-win expansion we want. Number 4, this is such a simple one, but oh my God, are you guys missing it out in the land of business ownership? Money only moves hands when an offer is made. And not all offers are, hey, I've got a program, come buy my stuff. If you dial back and watch a handful of the last 100 episodes, you will note there were 4 core offers that were made. Number 1, a free download to a resource to help you master your marketing message. Because if you cannot master your message, you will never move your buyer from curious to paid client. Free offer. Number 2, I talked to you about my programs and my services, the one-to-one business mentorship program and the group Ignite Your Client Growth program. That was an invitation to step into exploring, what are the programs? Why would I want one? What do I get? You can find those on the website, ChristineCampbellRapin.com. But I was very clear, if you want a client growth engine, this is what you're going to get out of the show: knowledge. What I'm going to invite you to say is applied knowledge is where the money's made. Where do most people struggle? The applied knowledge where the money's made. So what do? I offer you to come and explore the programs. 2 choices, depending on what you need, both getting you to the same outcome with different levels of support. The third thing I did as an offer to create value for you, the audience, I said, go spend time with my speakers, my guests, because I vetted them for you. And when you need that tactic, I've already pre-qualified them for you and said they're awesome human beings, go hire them. I helped expand the pie of who you know that can get you along the way to the result you sought. It's awesome when I get notes from my speakers that said, gosh, someone came find me from your show. I'm really excited to be working with them, and thank you for the introduction. The 4th piece of the puzzle that I offered was an introduction to me. A business owner that's helped 400 businesses create $1 billion. I said, come explore how I think. Come and explore where you can learn more about who I am, what I stand for. And I got to be a resource, a trusted voice in your ear. If you're an audio listener or a video person, somebody you can watch on the screen that says she knows her stuff. Somebody who was not just about the sizzle, but about the substance. And you stayed. And because I did those 4 things, paid for mentors, built an audience of both buyers and potential buyers, I got people off the platform and into conversation and into something I directly controlled, and I made offers to you. I am absolutely certain that this is just the beginning of an incredible journey to amplifying your marketing message, for you finding those dream clients, for you getting really clear who's the buyer, how you're moving them, and how do you personally create value. I want you to win, my friends. And when I say win, I want you to expand. I want you to reach for more capacity, and I want to be along the journey with you in whatever way that makes sense. Here in the show, as a client or as somebody who simply just says, she's awesome, you need to know about her, and connect the dots to somebody else. Be an awesome human. Go create repeatable success and stick around for the next 100 episodes of this show. Can you imagine the journey we're on? Whoop, whoop! Can't wait to see you on the inside. That's a wrap on another amazing episode of Amplify Your Marketing Message with me, your host, Christine Campbell Rapin. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss another great episode. And be sure to visit christinecampbellrapin.com/podcast to get a free resource on how to master your marketing message. We'll see you all on our next